wonder if any of these things are going to go on sale. Oh, it's just furniture. Damn. Wait. A cool new piece of furniture. Get it from the furniture trader and get it. It's lame. New design for some crafting info. Right? Build farm plots in a single round. Consume fireflies, recharge your battery. Eat ribs. I bet the ribs one is not. I've gotten the ribs before, but it's a lot harder without the Christmas update because they're much more rare. No, dude. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but no.
Was the key to access everything. My son Caleb is 7. My girlfriend said my child was the key to access everything. My son Caleb is 7 and has Down syndrome. His mom left 3 weeks after birth. Didn't even say goodbye. Just left at night without warning or even a note. For 6 years,
2 snowballs.
It always ended the same way. Some women lasted 1 day, some a month, but eventually they'd all say, I don't think I can do this long term. Or they ask if I'd ever considered other arrangements for Caleb. After a while, I stopped trying. Caleb and I were a package deal, and if nobody wanted the package, I'd rather be alone. Then I met Naomi. She was a speech therapist at Caleb's school. We met at a parent conference. First date, she asked about it. Not out of politeness like most people do. She genuinely wanted to know about it. Second date, she asked if she could meet him. Caleb loved her immediately. He doesn't warm up to people fast, but with Naomi, he climbed into her lap within 20 minutes. She learned his routines, never got frustrated when he needed things repeated. She celebrated every small win like for 8 months, I let myself believe this was real. Then last Saturday, I came home early from work. Naomi was in the kitchen on the phone. Caleb was napping in his room. I was about to walk in and surprise her, but then I heard what she was saying. I know this is a lot, but I just have to get through this part. Once we're officially locked in, I'll have access to everything. I froze in the hallway. My stomach dropped so hard I thought I might throw up. She kept talking. He's so trusting. He has no idea. I've been playing this perfectly. My chest caved in. Every muscle in my body locked up. I couldn't move. The kid is the key, she said. As long as I keep that up, they'll never see it coming. I stood there for what felt like forever. My dad had a $3 million trust I was set to inherit after his passing. He was sick, had months left. Naomi knew that. I put everything together and realized why she was really with me. I wanted to scream at her, but I didn't. I just walked quietly to Caleb's room, picked him up from his nap, packed a bag, and drove to my brother's house without her ever realizing. I turned off my phone and ignored every call. For 3 days, I sat in my brother's guest room and told myself I was stupid to ever believe someone could actually love us. I replayed every moment with Naomi, practically holding on to the smoke. My brother kept telling me to talk to her, but I couldn't. Then on Tuesday, Naomi showed up at my brother's house. He let her in before I could stop him. She found me in the backyard, and she looked destroyed. Red eyes, no makeup, shaking hands. She was wearing the jacket I'd given her on our 3rd date. Please, she said. What did I do wrong? I can't make it right if I don't know. I refused to look at her. I came home early on Saturday. I heard you on the phone. She went completely still. I heard you talking about getting locked in. How you played me perfectly. Caleb being the key. Her face turned ghost white, but she didn't get defensive. She looked confused. Who do you think I was talking to? I don't know. Whoever you're running this scam with. She pulled out her phone and opened her call history. Turned the screen toward me. Mom, Saturday 2:41 p.m. I stared at it. My mother has been against us since day one, Naomi said. She keeps telling me I'm wasting my life on a man with a special needs child. That Caleb will drain everything from me. That you'll never put me first.
Where's
She
the spear?
and showed me the messages. Her mother's words were brutal. You're throwing your youth away. That child will ruin your life. You deserve better. Then Naomi was I love them both. I'm not leaving. He is my family now.
I can't find it. I can't. Fuck!
Legal paperwork. I've been working with a lawyer for 2 months, she said. I was going to ask if I could legally become Caleb's step-parent. My hands started shaking. When I said locked in, I meant legally bound to him. When I said access to everything, I meant being able to make medical decisions, sign his school forms, be listed as his parent if anything ever happened to you. She was crying, tears streaming down her face. The kid is the key? I meant he's the reason I want this so badly. Because I love him. I want to be his mom. Legally. Officially. Forever. I stared at her. She'd been battling her own mother in secret just to make sure my son would always be protected. Something inside me cracked wide open. All the walls I'd built over 6 years shattered. I cried for the first time since his mother walked out. Naomi wrapped her arms around me and held on tight. She didn't say, it's okay, or you're fine, or any of that stuff people say when they don't know what else to do. She just held me. That's when Caleb came running out into the backyard. He saw us both crying and wrapped his little arms around Naomi's leg. Mama sad? He asked. Naomi knelt down, wiped her eyes and said, no baby, Mama's happy. It was the first time she ever saw herself that in front of me. Caleb smiled his big, beautiful smile.
Where did it go?
Happy. Caleb happy. My girlfriend said my child was the key.
Bro!
My son
How did it get over here?
Mom left.
What? How did it happen? What the fuck? Bro, that's crazy. I don't know how the hell that happened.
Why did the animatronics stop at 6 a.m.? The animatronics don't stop at 6 a.m. by
It didn't really have a reason for it. It was just a certain time, but ever since the first game happened, it just kind of became part of the religion.
accident. This happens in both games, and it's not just a game rule. According to Phone and FNAF 2, the older animatronics were not designed to walk freely.
Yeah, but they do, and the reason why they stop at 6 a.m. is because that's when the store opens and they have to get back in position before 7 a.m. because at 7 a.m. that's when all the workers come in and start preparing for everything.
To fix this, Fazbear Entertainment added a night mode. At 12 a.m., night mode turns on. This mode allows movement after closing hours, but the system has a flaw. The animatronics think they're in the wrong place, so they try to return to the stage. During this time, the souls inside them gain control. That's why they can move, and that's why they attack the guard. Now, here's where FNAF 1 matters. In FNAF 1, the animatronics are repaired versions of the withered ones.
Yeah.
The night mode is improved. Phone Guy calls this free roaming mode. From 12 a.m. to 6 a.m., they can move freely, no matter where.
Honestly, at this
Have you ever found out you've been
point, I'm just done with Roblox.
Have you ever found out you've been paying rent for the wrong apartment for years? I lived in apartment 4B for 5 years before discovering I'd been paying rent for 4D the entire time. It started with a water leak. Maintenance needed access to check pipes in the unit below mine. When they pulled up records, the building manager called me confused. Ms. Ashford, we don't have you listed in 4B. According to our system, you live in 4D. I've never lived in 4D. I've been in 4B since I moved in. Your lease says 4D. Your rent payments go to 4D. All your maintenance requests are logged under 4D. I dug out my original lease.
Well, then who the fuck's paying for hers?
I'd moved my furniture into 4B. I'd lived in 4B for half a decade. Somehow, the apartment number on my paperwork didn't match the apartment I actually occupied. The investigation that followed was bizarre. When I'd signed the lease 5 years ago, the property manager had made a typo, writing 4D instead of 4B. But she'd given me keys to 4B, which was the unit I'd actually toured and selected. Nobody had caught the discrepancy. I'd been paying rent for an apartment I'd never entered. For 5 years, 4B had been occupied by me without technically being rented, and 4D had been receiving my rent payments while sitting empty, completely empty, unused, for half a decade. The building's automated systems never flagged the vacancy because rent was being paid. Maintenance never questioned it because I submitted requests under my name, not my unit number. The property management had such high turnover that nobody remembered the original error. I'd been a ghost tenant in one apartment and an invisible payer for another. The legal situation was a nightmare. I'd technically been squatting in 4B. The building had technically been accepting rent for a unit they weren't providing. Both sides had claims against the other, and neither wanted to admit fault. Meanwhile, I just wanted to keep living in the apartment I'd called home for 5 years. The resolution took 3 months of negotiations. The building agreed not to pursue back rent for 4B since I'd been paying the identical amount for 4D. I agreed not to sue for the difference in unit quality, since 4D was slightly smaller than 4B. We signed a new lease for 4B with correct paperwork, and everyone pretended the previous 5 years hadn't been illegal.
My family left me stranded 300 miles from home as a joke. They drove away
Bruh.
laughing. I never came back. 15 years later, they found out where I've been all along and started blowing up my phone with 107 missed calls. I was 19 when my family thought it would be funny to abandon me at a rest stop in the middle of nowhere. We were driving back from my uncle's funeral, 3 cars in a convoy. My older brother Kyle was driving the car I was in, my parents in the lead vehicle, my sister Rachel bringing up the rear. 2 hours into the drive home, Kyle pulled into a rest stop. I need coffee, he said. I got up, stretched my legs, walked around the building to the bathroom. When I came back 5 minutes later, the parking spot was empty. All 3 cars were gone. I stood there confused, called Kyle's phone. It rang once, then went to voicemail. I tried my mom, my dad, Rachel, nothing. Then my phone buzzed with a group text from Kyle. A photo of all of them laughing in the car. The caption read, "Let's see if he can make it back." My mom replied with crying, laughing emojis. Rachel wrote, "Survival skills." Dad added, "About time he learned to figure things out himself." I called again. Kyle answered this time, still laughing. "You're joking, right? Come back. We're teaching you a lesson," he said. "You've been thinking your whole life. Time to grow up. You can catch a bus or hitchhike or whatever. We'll see you when you get home. If you get home." More laughter in the background. Then he hung up. I was 300 miles from home with $43 in my wallet and a cell phone with 20% battery. The nearest town was 15 miles away. No buses ran through there. It was getting dark. I tried calling one more time. Kyle texted back, "Stop being a baby. It's funny. Figure it out like the rest of us."
The DNA website said I had a sibling. When I messaged them, they were.
This Halloween hosts our gingerbread house competition as a Kroger Family Stores partner.
Step 1, and arguably most important,
Step 2.
the gingerbread kids. Step 3,
Get us the cake.
He hired me to make his parents take me to Disney World. I'm sitting on my apartment steps in platform boots and spiked collar when the landlord's son walks up with his clipboard. He's been here 3 times this month. I'm 4 months behind on rent. Your dad's gonna evict me tomorrow, isn't he? He stares at me for 10 seconds, then sits down. I'll make your rent disappear for 2 months if you come to Disney World with my family tomorrow. I wait for the punchline. There isn't. You need to pretend you can do it. with fake girlfriend. I pick up the torn notice. 4 months rent, and you've got a deal. I'm in his car at 6 a.m. and he hands me index cards. They hold our fake relationship history. We met at a bookstore. I love him. He always They made my brother's girlfriend cry at Thanksgiving because she
Here's a very exciting news. A pie-eating contest.
The man stomped his razor to pieces and took out the blade. Nick then snapped his toothbrush in half, used a lighter to burn off the bristles, and before it cooled, glued the blade onto it. Just like that, a simple weapon was made. After that, Nick used the lighter again to heat the remaining toothbrush. When the plastic softened, he pressed it onto a screw on the light cover. After fixing the shape, Nick made a makeshift screwdriver, removed the light cover, and hid the newly made weapon inside it. Because today was the first day Nick legally became an adult, he was transferred from juvenile detention to the most notorious adult prison in the area. Using his years of experience going in and out of juvenile.
Buy 365 near identical solid color shirts that range through the entire color spectrum in a loop. It will appear as though you wear the same color shirt every day, but in photos from previous months, you'll be wearing a completely different color. I'm so in. Buy
What hit me?
365 near identical solid color shirts that range through the entire color spectrum in a loop. It will appear as though you wear the same color shirt every day, but in photos from previous months, you'll be wearing a completely different color. I'm so in. Buy 365 near identical solid color shirts that range through the entire color spectrum in a loop. It will appear as though you wear the same color shirt
Hell
every day, but in photos
yes.
from previous months, you'll be wearing a completely different color. I'm so in. Buy 360.
Like, bro. That would be so trippy, because, like, since the changing color is so fucking small, it's gonna be incredibly difficult. It'd be even cooler, though, if they did it with 16,777,216 million hex code, with shirts with all different hex code colors. So then it could literally go through every single color in the universe.
5 near identical solid color shirts that. It's empty. You know what you're thinking? No, it's all good. No, I'm not taking it. No, I'm not. Don't. I hate you.
Come on, universe. I'm a nice guy. Send me a miracle. Okay, people, let's move along. What do you want? You want a car? You got a car. Beat it. What kind of car do you want? Too slow? You get a minivan. Next. Mid-size sedan. Incoming. Next. Yes. You want a gas option? Nobody wants a gas option. Get out of here. Next. Hello. I need a car. You've got it. That's all of them. We're all out of cars, everybody.
No! You let this guy beat you? Ma'am, it's not a race.
That right there is why you lost. Universe. I'm a nice guy.
They hid the poison inside a fake perfume bottle and put it on his door handle to kill him on contact. But the man was quickly taken to the hospital before the poison killed him. So they tossed the bottle into the trash. But months later, a man found it in a donation bin and gave the bottle to his partner. She sprayed it on her wrists, and the poison seeped into her skin, eventually shutting down her organs and killing her 8 days later. They hid the
Have you ever been asked to explain your ankle monitor at Disney World? The Disney princess stopped mid-autograph, stared at my ankle, then at my 6-year-old daughter Emma, then back at my ankle. Sir, is that, she started, clearly breaking character, which...
Things have gotten pretty... Things have gotten pretty expensive lately. I need to generate some additional income.
I found out and it's
Oh!
I can work from my phone, I can work from my computer. I actually have money to spend to do things. Yay! I've been considering taking the assessment. Do it right now. You will have no regrets, except maybe not doing it sooner. What's this in your back pocket?
What's the problem? You a tyrant?
Do you want me to listen to anything else right now? Yes, sir, I do. It looks like you're carrying a gun in your back pocket. I'm stopping to make sure you're carrying it properly.
And to ensure that it's not a firearm.
And you don't have to be.
Well, you're being one. Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
Does it not matter? I know that,
What's in your back pocket?
At 2:17 a.m., every phone in the city received the same message with no sender. Don't look outside. People, a curious teenage boy named Alex couldn't resist and pulled his curtain aside, only to see silent, smiling figures with pitch-black eyes staring back at him. The figures slowly raised their heads toward him, and seconds later, his phone vibrated again with a final warning. You looked, leaving behind only abandoned phones, displaying one last message. Next time, listen at 2:17.
Shaq has to take a shower. I gotta see Shaq getting closer to the shower.
What?
Turn around. And I go, all right, I gotta see Shaq's thing right now. His bodyguard. And his bodyguard is so strong and big and like this thick neck, bald head, with his one eye. He's looking at me with his one eye. And so I see Shaq later on the set. So I said, Shaq, sorry about that before with your security guard. And he goes, I don't got a security guard. That was my... Shaq has to take a shower. I gotta see Shaq.
When I talk about how my mom and my dad literally used to sleep in the same bed, and then I asked my mom, why did she go to the middle room for 2.5 years? And she told me it's because my dad was snoring too loud, and come to find out 5 years later, it's because they were divorced, secretly behind my back.
At least the jar of Vaseline one time.
No, it was a melatonin bottle. Basically, when I was younger, my mom bought me a melatonin bottle. It was red gummies in a purple bottle, and I emptied all the gummies into the sock of the melatonin bottle, and I lubed up the sock of it. So, and I used to have a Duke's football helmet. There's like a little hole on the side where the visor is, and I used to try to fuck it, but I didn't use lubricator.
What?
I'm not.
5-letter word.
It's not even 5 letters. Look, what about that list of patients we found? Doctor, I understand first patient was Clarence. Try that.
No, there were 100 names on that list. You got that chance.
You got this, Joe.
Can't hold it anymore. It's for the good of the family. C-L-A-R-A. It's what?
O-P-E.
You beat the dog.
Do you want free internet?
Whoever invented the concrete tetrapod is a genius, but they also created one of the world's deadliest concrete structures because these special blocks are made to stop huge waves from crashing onto land, protecting people and infrastructure. But they come with a serious downside, because if you try to run or climb on them and slip between the gaps, you can't escape due to the way they're designed, and the waves can end up crushing you. Whoever invented the concrete tetrapod is a genius, but they also created one of the world's deadliest concrete structures because these special blocks are made to stop huge waves from crashing onto land, protecting people and infrastructure. But they come with a serious downside, because if you try to run or climb on them and slip between the gaps, you can't escape due to the way they're designed, and the waves can end up crushing you.
This guy was one step away from beating the hardest game ever.
So this is good. Gonna get me this time, bro. Alright. Jump. Okay. Let's go, bro. Let's freaking. Okay. Okay, we should move I've been freaking playing this thing for 4 years, bro. I've been playing this game for 4 freaking years, bro. Now it came to an end, Chad. Alright.
This guy was one step away from beating the hardest.
This guy. Automate dev maintenance with Azure. Free yourself to focus on innovative new projects that spend less time on routine tasks. Try Azure for free and start integrating with 65 plus always free services.
The end portal can dupe your item. Normally, it's only useful for getting to the end, but by placing a fence under it, you can now dupe items. See, if you drop any gravity block onto a fence, nothing will happen. But if you do this under a portal, you will duplicate it by making the block drop and teleport at the same moment. However, besides duping dragon eggs, it's not that useful. So to fix that, you can build this simple machine that will automatically duplicate sand. And after smelting it and crafting it into panes, you can sell it to a villager. The end portal can...
Your son threw this in a crowded room. Did you throw this? Speak up. You need to defend yourself.
No, I didn't do it.
My son didn't do this. There were witnesses. Because whoever did do it would never try to blame it on the new kid. 308. That's the art room. But this happened in my son's regular classroom. That's right. So you claim my son stole this at 9 a.m. and then carried it around with him through math, lunch, PE to only throw it in the middle of the class this afternoon? I don't claim to know what he was thinking. Well, let's talk to Mr. Padilla, his art teacher. I am not starting this with you. But you did start it with me. Did you investigate the incident at all? I mean, the very least, we should speak to Mr. Padilla. He's left for the day.
Oh.
I will question him and anyone else with knowledge of that matter. No. There's no suspension. There's nothing on his record. My son's a good boy, if you bothered to get to know him. Your son threw this in a crowded room. Did you throw this? Speak up. You need to defend yourself.
No, I didn't do it.
My son didn't do this. There were witnesses. Because whoever did do it would never try...
He was playing in the alley when something caught his attention. A shiny metal rod that felt flaky and warm to the touch. So he took it home and began playing with it. But he soon became very sick, and every day he grew weaker and weaker. With no medicine able to help him, he passed away. Then, one by one, the rest of his family would perish in the same way, leaving only the father left. When scientists investigated, they discovered the boy's new toy was an unshielded rod of cobalt-60, a dangerous material that emits deadly levels of gamma radiation. The rod was said to have been discarded by an engineer. He was playing...
This big tough guy just got humbled.
Billy Devo.
I Show Fart. Did Speed really rename himself to I Show Fart after this?
So today I found out that the Swedish word for speed is fart. And I kind of find it interesting, I'm not going to lie, because you'll have a road sign that says, like, max fart 5. This one says fart control 2 to 12 kilometers. And my favorite one's probably this poster for a movie that I'm assuming is called Speed if it were to be in English. But since it's in Swedish, the poster just says fart.
So people in Swedish call me fart? Wait, is that actually real? Swedish to English. Okay, let's put speed. No, fart. What the...
Sunlight controls everything in this city. Even my clothes are put on automatically. When I leave, I wait for the light to touch the ground, and at that exact moment, I slide forward, as if my boots were motorized. Everyone here lives like this. I work making light bulbs. Beside me, my partner is responsible for turning them on. But I have a plan in mind. I slip a few of the little bulbs into my shirt, but she notices immediately. Even so, without hesitation, I add a bit more. With a quick squeeze under my arm, she shifts them to the other side, and they drop straight into the bag. I have a goal, to build a super bulb. But to do that, I first need to learn how to turn bulbs on. A chubby guy walks by, watching closely. He seems suspicious, but he doesn't see anything. When the shift ends, I grab my calculations. There's only one result missing. Everything happens inside my head. The next day, I fill my jar with the little balls. I stare at the paper, not really understanding it, but I build the bulb anyway. I look at it intensely, waiting for it to work, but it fails. At work, I don't notice it, but the chubby guy is watching me. Without realizing it, I cross the line. The chubby guy catches me red-handed. When he pulls out the tube, the balls go straight into his mouth, and a huge jar comes out from inside it. He turns red with anger and throws me away. Officially, I'm fired. At that moment, I give up on him. But the next day, my partner knocks on my door, and she's carrying a jar too. Without hesitation, I swallow everything. And then, a super bulb is created. With just a pinch of light, it rises, glowing in the dark sky. Everyone comes out to see it, even the chubby guy, furious. In the end, the two of us wave goodbye, and with a little kiss, we fly away. Sunlight controls everything in this city. Even my clothes are put on automatically. When I leave, I wait for the light to touch the ground, and at that exact moment, I slide forward, as if my boots were motorized. Everyone here lives like this.
The key is jammed.
What's your favorite color of M&M's?
I like the chocolate ones.
Good choice. I know you're a pretty smart guy. Can you tell us something smart?
All right, check this out. No one knows who actually named
Earth, you heard? Some people think it was the Greeks, some say the Romans. Personally, I think it was the Chihuahuas, you heard? You know those little dogs that go...
What's your favorite color of M&M's?
The chocolate ones.
Good choice. I know you're a pretty smart guy. Can you tell us something?
Take a guess, guys. Is it 3? It is not 3, Chuck. It is not 3. Everyone take a guess, guys. How?
I'm almost there, Captain. Just a little further.
Those are some of the last words he ever said. German Shepherd finds his gun. Direct hit. The rest goes silent.
Stop. Lift it up. Girls spin it out. I do not wear baggy sweatshirts. Lift it. Go and change.
Abby, what is your problem? All the girls in my class dress like this.
That's why your school nurse is an obstetrician. Wear something else.
Fine. Is this better?
Yes, very nice.
Stop. Good night, Anna.
And $85.
My niece is somewhere in this building. She's got brown hair, gold leggings, cream top, which she took from my closet. So if you could just look around and point her out.
Somebody, get your hands off me! What are you doing?
Thank you, everybody. I told you not to mess with me. Stop. Lift it up.
Debbie.
Girls will spend an hour on makeup.
Yes, I was looking for this.
People began accusing this photo studio of harming the environment because they kept releasing balloons into the sky. So the studio came up with a clever workaround for their shoots. Instead of blowing up fresh balloons for every new customer, they just reused the old ones by simply reeling them back down with a fishing rod. People began accusing this photo studio.
Ooh, an emerald. It takes some free money.
Should not have tried to
On this
scroll.
boy's birthday, his parents gave him the gift every kid dreams of. When he opened it, he found a small electric car that kids can drive with ease. The best part is, it doesn't require a driver's license because it's not very fast and it's very safe. So both kids and adults can hop in and have fun. So wouldn't you want a birthday gift like this too? On this boy's birthday.
Transitions like this are one of
Okay, I need to focus on what the fucking die. And I do not have a bandage.
Ever since I was a kid.
You might want to sit down for this one. What if I told you the chainsaw, that loud, scary tool for cutting down trees, was originally invented for childbirth? Yeah,
what?
That way.
No, it's not.
Before C-sections became the safe
Not-
option. Doctors
well-
faced a huge challenge when the baby was too large to pass through the canal. Their solution was a procedure called this involved cutting through the cartilage of the pelvis to create more space. It was as brutal as it sounds. So,
Oh yeah, I do remember this. And they didn't even have any anesthesia, so they literally just cut him open with like it was pretty much a chainsaw, but it was a bit smaller.
1980s, two Scottish doctors came up with a better idea. They invented a hand-cranked device with a serrated chain to make the cut faster and more precise than a simple knife. This was the very first chainsaw. It was smaller, sure, but it's the direct ancestor of the tool we know today. So next time you see a chainsaw, just
3 days ago, I lied when I said that adventure mode was the hardest game mode in Minecraft, as you can't
Spectator.
break or place any blocks or even interact with portals.
Spectator mode, actually, because you literally can't do anything but fly around. You can't even take damage. Like, let alone eat.
Making it technically impossible until RecRap did it a few years ago. But 2 days ago, everything changed when I saw a video by Mudflaps showing that it's technically possible to beat Minecraft in spectator mode.
What?
A mode where you literally can't do anything.
What?
You can't even start your speedrun. You need to get put into spectator mode by dying in hardcore. Then make sure you're in a 1 in 1 trillion 12-eye world with the portal in the spawn chunk. Sit in the end portal, downgrade your version to snapshot Snapshot 14W05A. Get teleported into the end. Load into version 1.12. Get within 30 blocks of the dragon, and switch back to the snapshot to confuse the game with newer entity tags and make the Ender Dragon literally disappear. 3 days ago, I lied.
Bro. Shit's getting out of hand.
Hey, where you from? Police! SWAT team! We got a signal someone's down here. I repeat, are you okay? What country are you from? USA! Drop the weapon! Drop the weapon! It's dropped. How long you been down here? What's the date? July 23rd, 2001. About a year and a half, give or take. So what happened? What? Y2K, man. Fuel meltdown, the planes falling from the sky, nuclear Armageddon. What happened? Nothing happened. Nothing? Not a goddamn thing. Oh, sorry. Gotcha. You alright? Good.
2 years I ain't seen this house, man.
They caught the shark and tied the line to the back of the boat. And as it began to swim, their boat actually started to move.
Well, duh.
They had been lost at sea for weeks after their GPS failed. They drank salt water, ate raw fish, and fought to stay alive. And when they finally caught the shark, they rigged it up like an engine. And for 3 days, it dragged their boat across the ocean.
Yeah, still got it.
Finally died. But in the distance, they saw an island. And after 33 days lost at sea, they finally reached land. They caught the shark and tied the line to the back of the boat. And as it began to swim, their boat actually started to move. You see, they had been lost at sea for weeks after their GPS failed. They drank salt water, ate raw fish, and fought to stay alive. And when they finally caught
No! Okay, fine, I won't do tricks.
And for 3 days, it dragged their boat across the ocean until it finally died. But in the distance,
The boy kicked through the bed frame and started his first escape attempt. He taped his flip-flops on tight, then clipped a wooden marker labeled 21 inches to his back. But the moment he stepped outside, the female guard figured out his plan and rushed to stop him. The boy didn't slow down at all. He sprinted to the fence and climbed fast, clearing it in seconds and disappearing into the woods. He ran.
Okay, I'll slow down on the sketchy stuff so I can hurry up and get this and hopefully get a laser cannon.
Trying to escape, but when he jumped over the obstacle, he cleared last time. The guards caught him again. Looking at the markers labeled 19 and 20, the boy suddenly threw away his number 21 marker and dove into the reeds. This time he got away. That night, the boy heated up a plastic bottle cap with his lighter. He jammed it into the lock and twisted it around until he picked open the motorcycle security lock. Then he hot-wired a motorcycle and got it started. With wheels under him now, he headed to a mall that was about to close. Seeing no one around, he slipped into a display tent nearby and zipped it shut. Soon the mall closed and the lights went out. Inside the tent, the boy pulled out a sandwich and an apple for dinner. After resting a bit, he left the tent and found the...
Wait, is this a different one?
The boy got super careful, even putting on a helmet so the security camera
Yeah, it is.
catch his face. All this trouble just to steal a space heater. But just as he got the heater packed up and ready to go, he noticed an electric razor nearby. He touched his beard, picked up the razor, and tried it out. Deciding he needed it, he tried to cut through the security cord with a knife.
Uh-oh.
Set off the store alarm. The boy rushed out of the mall and hot-wired the motorcycle again, but security was already chasing him. The boy's older brother was furious. His 18th birthday was just days away, and if he caused more trouble now, he might end up in prison. The brother went to their grandmother's hospital room and found the boy there, just as he expected. But the boy said he needed to go find his dog and refused to go back no matter what. The brother had no choice but to agree. Then the boy said he wanted to bring their grandmother along too. Turns out the doctor had just told them their grandmother only had a few days.
Bruh.
The brother had no choice but to pack up the portable medical equipment and set off on the dog hunting journey with
Oh, thank God.
The boy kicked through the bed frame and started his 21st escape attempt. He taped his flip-flops.
Oh, there's a baddie over there. Man, you shouldn't be talking about girls like that. They're trying to get a workout. There's a guy with a fatty over there.
It bothered us too that your employees weren't taking full advantage of their retirement plans, so Vanguard could...
Vin Diesel has one of the deepest voices on the planet, and when he tried English for the first time, he sounded like a mosquito.
You have the deepest voice of anyone I've ever met. Now, I have with me in this canister here some weapons-grade helium. I have a balloon, a French balloon. Have you ever done this before? What's so narrow? Like a normal voice. Hello, good morning. How are you?
And now this is me under the influence. This substance.
What are you going to say? Give us a little bit of no idea what it is. Take all that down, okay, and then this is legal. We just tuck it all in, and then let's say a few words.
It's all medicine too, like a brain tumor, like a birthday present.
Vin Diesel has one of the.
This is how you can turn your spear into a weapon of mass destruction. All you gotta do is take a piece of TNT, light it, and hit it with a jab. And you can actually launch TNT like a cannon. But you can launch these pretty far. Ready? Boom! Those donkeys. But you can take this to the next level. We're gonna build a simple redstone contraption. 3 dispensers on each side. 1 repeater, 2 repeaters.
You can't fit. Oh shit!
I'm actually gonna offset one of these dispensers.
Oh, I know he's stuck.
TNT in every one of them. Then just take this spear out. Set on a pressure plate. Boom! We can launch all that TNT at once. You actually have some flexibility with what direction you send it. So you can aim it, and it'll go all different ways, and you can just keep spamming it.
I just built a game without knowing how to code. I typed the game idea.
Ask my friends for help scaring the zombies away. This is off. Oh. Oh my god. He's making the zombie look like it's like hungry. But this is evil, but it's a good idea. This is a good idea. That's a... Ask my friends for help scaring zombies away.
When this guy got a hair transplant, it left his head swelled up like an airhead.
Bro, this was the worst day of my life. So I'm sitting in class, minding my business, pretending to listen, right? Then boom, look at my crush. And bro, she's so pretty. Like super pretty. Cute eyes, beautiful smile, whole main character aura. I guess I stared a little too long because she looks back at me and goes, why are you looking at me? Bro, my soul. I panicked and just said, sorry, you're just really pretty. Simple.
Bruh.
Tell me why she turns around and tells about this to the whole class. Now, everyone's like, ooh. I'm sinking into my chair like I'm being lowered into lava.
R.I.P. Lil Bro.
Full body, no shame. She looks at it and goes, is that YouTube? Then she looks at me in the eyes and says, wait, are you a YouTuber? I froze.
No.
I said no, but I said, yeah, I am. She checks my channel, looks at the subscriber count, smiles, and then she says the most diabolical thing ever. If you hit 100,000 subscribers, I'll invite you to my birthday party.
There's the rage bait again.
Santa's sleigh would need to be larger than the Great Pyramid to hold all of the world's presents. You see, there are about 1 billion kids on Earth, and if each one gets around 3 gifts, and each gift weighs about a pound, there would be 3 billion pounds of presents in total. His 9 reindeer wouldn't stand a chance with this thing, meaning he would need over 7 million. And they would have to fly millions of miles per hour.
Wait, so yo, what was my other quest? What did I have to do? I had to eat ribs. And do what again? Fuck. Eat ribs. Can't remember what I had to do. Can't click on that. No shit, that's wrong thing. Hold up. 30 minutes. Some fireflies. Recharge a flashlight. I bet that's easy. So yeah, I'll start draining my shit now. Is this a different one? Again? Sure as fuck is, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna eat one of those chilies once I finish this. Let me see how fast I go. And the fire's out. Bruh, again? Thank you.
Just to meet the deadline. That speed would make the reindeer, Santa, and all the presents vaporize. Santa's sleigh.
Whoa, they're literally magic reindeer, bro. They can fucking fly. What makes you think that he can't stop them from burning? Like, it's funny how people try to throw logical stuff into non-logical things that have like zero logic to begin with at all.
This is what happens when confidence turns into carelessness. This guy stepped onto an extreme rope bridge without a second thought. He missed one critical detail. He wasn't clipped into the safety line. Halfway across, his friend suddenly realized it and warned him. This is what happens when confidence turns into carelessness. This guy stepped onto an extreme rope bridge without a second thought. He missed one critical...
Your friend throws a party while his parents are out of town.
Give me some freaking fireflies. Woo!
When your friend throws a party while his parents...
Listen, my sister was shot. No one can tell me what her condition is, and that's a dead body. You want to let me go? Hey! Hands off, one of us. That's a knife.
$500 million for steel? It's $500 million. Yes, it's $500.
The kid would deliberately consume and smell tiny doses of poison every day. Behind this was actually genius. You see, poisoning was the most common way to assassinate a king during medieval times. So the king slowly trained his sense of smell and taste to detect poison in food and wine. When he lost a war, he tried to kill himself using poison, but it didn't work. His body was too resistant. So instead, he had to ask a soldier to end his life. The king would deliberately consume and smell tiny doses of poison every day, and the reason behind this was action.
Remember when you were a little girl and got to pick out a fancy holiday dress to wear on Christmas, and you had to do a little fashion show for your family? Who says we can't?
We gotta get this DeLorean up to 88 miles an hour.
You did see the movie!
What? No, I'm just saying that's as fast as this car goes.
Hey. Thanks. I needed one of these. Oh my God! I can't win like this. I feel like I'm shaking hands with a cat.
Get next to him! He's not getting away with this!
The Libyans!
I believe this belongs to my dad!
Hey, son! Not me! That was awesome!
Well, these two were here first. The door is theirs.
We gotta get this DeLorean up to 88 miles an hour.
You did see the movie!
What? No.
What's up, Donut? I hope you're doing good. Want to buy a mystery box for 500K? And if you don't want it, you can refund it. There's 500K. Let's see what I get, chat.
Damn.
Yup. What's up, Donut? I hope you're doing good. 80 feet below Manhattan. 80 feet below Manhattan, more than 6,000 tons of gold sit locked inside a vault. And this is worth over $500 billion. Most of it arrived from foreign countries who wanted to keep their gold safe after World War II. When a new deposit enters, it's logged, weighed, and stored in its own padlocked compartment. Then it's sealed behind a 9-foot-tall cylinder with a 140-ton steel frame around it. Cameras and motion sensors monitor the vault, and police patrol the entire system, making it one of the most secure places on Earth. 80 feet below Manhattan, more than 6,000 tons of gold.
Okay, I got the quest. Oh my god, you came out of fucking nowhere.
One of you enchantments will be getting buffed today. Who should it be? Please pick me. Why should I choose you, Smite? I've been here since 2011. I've had a perfect attendance since then. I've been... Yeah. Wrap it up, punk. Listen, if you buff me, it would be the best decision you ever made. How would we buff you, Thorn? Maybe, just maybe, instead of doing a stupid amount of damage to the player's armor, we don't do it. Maybe a little less damage than we're currently doing. Everyone needs to go home. This buff belongs. Oh, Mending. How would you even get buffed, Mending? You already have everything. I want to own 10% of every enchantment in the game. I'm sorry, are you proposing that you make a percentage of our income off our hard work? Absolutely. That would never do that. Right. Impaling, you haven't said anything. What do you think? What's that? You're going to fight more Guardians? I'll be right there. Just let me grab my diving gear. One of you enchantments will be getting buffed today. Who should it be? Please pick me. Why should I choose you, Smite? I've been here since 2011. I've had a perfect attendance since then. I've been... Yeah. Wrap it up, punk.
Okay,
Listen,
well,
if you
hey.
buff me,
At least I got the achievements.
Maybe, just maybe, instead of doing a stupid amount of damage to the player's armor, we don't do
50!
maybe a little less damage.
I thought it said 5 and not 50. That's some bullshit. That is some of the biggest fucking piece of bullshit I have seen in my entire life.
He swallowed a cell phone while he was in prison. It was a mini phone, but it was still almost 3 inches long. But the cell phone didn't pass through his system like he thought it would. And after 10 hours, he began to vomit and couldn't stop. At the hospital, they tried to remove it through his throat with 4 different types of tools. But it just wouldn't come out, and they were worried it would tear his esophagus. So they were forced to cut open his stomach and remove the phone that way. He swallowed a cell phone while he was in prison. It was...
I live here.
Where? All I see is a dumpster.
Inside the buckle, a small caliber pistol was hidden. You see, this weapon was used by criminals to rob banks in the Wild West because it was easy to activate with a single click.
Oh my god.
I've never worked with a company that can like so accurately match my skills and my interests and my talent.
That annotation was amazing from the first day.
It's very easy.
This biker was riding around the city after recovering from an injury when he was suddenly stopped by police. Even a helicopter was tracking him.
Oh gosh, for what?
What's up? Do you have any weapons on you?
No, I'm handing my keys.
Okay. I'm not gonna take up on you.
You got a chopper on me?
Where are you coming from right now? Which direction? Did you come south on 95?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and put your kick in now. Step off the bike.
Oh my gosh. For what?
You have stop with them?
Yeah.
It's been following you. I don't know how long. 100 miles an hour from Polk County.
I was not.
They saw you. So
okay.
Officers accused him of speeding and decided to arrest him, but luckily the GoPro on his helmet proved his innocence.
This bitch poisoned my dog.
I did not.
Detective, can you look at this?
I'm an incorrect guess. Here's how some of these old team members ended up leaving. Jake the Viking said his part just did not fit anymore, and that he wanted to make his own content. Marcus was kicked out for doing drugs.
With the Acorns app, you can now add up to 5% of your investment portfolio with the Bitcoin ETF, and here's how it works. With the
and they're dead. Could a mason jar survive the low pressures of space?
No. Well, depends on how thick it is.
It's like tiny, squishy astronauts. One jar was hand tightened, and the other one's tightened extra hard. As the pressure drops, the unprotected marshmallows expand like crazy. Even the ones in the first jar are starting to swell. But check out that extra tight jar. They look totally fine. Now comes the real test. Re-entry. Ouch. The unprotected marshmallows are totally crushed. Let's test this first jar. I can't even open it. Oh no, they're crushed too. Okay, now for the other jar. Hey, it opens easily. And the marshmallows are totally fine. What do you think? Would you go to space in a mason jar? And they're dead. Could a mason jar survive the low pressures of space?
Okay, all we need now is the passcode. Beep boop beep. Hey, I'll take your wrist for that. Wait, if you break my wrist, you'll definitely regret it. Shut up and give us the passcode. There's 2 passcodes. The first is 5678. Beep boop bop boop. Piano. The second, Beethoven. Moonlight Sonata. Okay, all we need now.
Bro, what? I'm gonna sit here and use up all my flashlight battery.
Was the passcode. Beep boop beep. Hey, I'll take your wrist for that. Wait, if you break my wrist, you'll definitely regret it. Shut up and give us the pass.
To kill the boss who owed them wages, the man covered the ventilation duct with a balloon, then plugged the balloon nozzle with a hose. On the other end of the duct was the boss' private restroom, so the crime scene had to be there. To lure the boss into the trap, Nina, who would be the first to enter the office, needed to pretend to use the water dispenser under the cameras, then slip into a blind spot and dodge the view, and wedge a piece of paper into the bathroom door gap. Next, the cleaning lady would bait the boss. She only stuffed a paper ball into the coffee machine nozzle and then left the office. The boss happened to want coffee, with the outlet blocked. The coffee splashed onto his clothes, so he hurried to his private restroom. He turned on the ventilation and the lights before going in, as the bathroom door closed automatically. An employee used a special key prepared in advance.
to block the bathroom door from outside. The boss still had no idea he was in danger. The staff had checked his medication before. They knew he had asthma, and one way to trigger it was to create a lot of carbon dioxide. Next, the woman turned off the exhaust fan. Another employee dropped a cup as the signal. Hearing that the cleaning lady switched on the vacuum, that sound cued another accomplice downstairs. The man slid back on his chair, deliberately parking himself in a camera blind spot, then opened the pre-connected fire extinguisher. A rush of carbon dioxide poured into the duct. The boss did not realize what it was at first. Then he felt his chest tighten. He tried to open the door, but it would not budge. With the vacuum running at high power outside, the staff had every reason not to hear.
I've been just like a test, too much, slowly taking my chest, I'm digging under the rest,
Why do hunters wear bright orange vests and hats, a color that is clearly the opposite of camouflage? That is because the same biological principle explains why the tiger is orange, even though its environment is mostly green. The reason is that wild animals such as deer and pigs have dichromatic vision similar to the spectrum of the colorblind. This means they don't see red and orange colors, but instead see it as gray or green-brown in the forest. However, wild animals are highly sensitive to UV light. The hunter wears blaze orange to be perfectly visible to humans, but invisible to their prey. Why do hunters wear bright orange vests and hats?
I can prove right now I'm not gay. Alright, let's see. Maybe there's this guy on Miko that thinks I'm gay. Can you just come and say hi so he knows I'm not gay? Bro, no, you're not talking to nobody, bro. This guy thinks I'm gay. No, she's kidding. She's kidding. Baby, stop. Bro, I told you, bro. I see it. Dude, she's trolling. Bro, that's probably your mom. That's not my mom. That's my sister.
What?
I can prove right now.
Can you put me on?
Out in the street, they call it murder.
Your stupid finger crossed the line. That was my side. I can't believe you guys are separated.
Oh, I'm sure your mother will be moving out in no time. How's the smell over there, Franny?
Once the mucus plug falls out.
Now we live in completely separate houses. I don't ever have to look at you.
Oh, Stan, how have you been?
A little exhausted, celebrating all those holidays in 1 week just to make each other feel bad.
Hey, honey, I found the frozen waffles. Oh, sorry. I thought you were my wife. She's got that same sweater.
The toilet paper in your cart doesn't work for you. You need the one with the lumberjack on it. Your stupid finger crossed...
Do not touch this meteor. When you spawn, a meteor shower starts, and at the end of it, a cosmic comet falls in your view. This meteor holds an ancient cosmic power, and if you come close and touch it, it'll take over your body and give you this power, the power of a cosmic god. You get a quasar following you, and you shoot cosmic goo that annihilates anyone. The cosmic infection requires points to spread, and new hostile cosmic mobs spawn. The more you kill, the more you infect your world with it. So, do not...
And that is why you can't focus after 2 p.m. Stop letting your diet rot your brain. Brain fog.
It is said that when ancient people used to argue while making clay pots, their voices would get recorded on the wet clay, just like an old gramophone. But can we listen to those ancient voices today? To test this, the Mythbusters went to a sound expert who had Edison's old voice recorder, which recorded sound by cutting grooves into wax with a needle. Then the Mythbusters repeated the same setup with a clay pot. They placed a needle on the spinning pot and tried to record their voices by speaking. A faint line appeared on the clay. Maybe this was the voice wave. When the pot dried, they tried to play it back. The needle scratched, a sound came, and some strange noises too. The recording was processed, the background noise was removed, but no clear words were found. It is said that when...
What do you mean no one can go on this island? And if you try to visit, you just become the world's most hated tourist. And the worst part? This island literally didn't exist before 1963. This is called Surtsey Island, located in Iceland. One day, the ocean just said, surprise, and a volcano erupted underwater for 4 straight years, until a brand new island was born. Of course, humans wanted to check it out, but scientists said absolutely not. Only a few scientists are allowed there. But why? Because they're watching life start from zero, from just bare rock. If humans step on it, they'll bring seeds, bacteria, and insects. One mistake...
Oh, so they're trying to see what happens if life gets birthed like that. And they want to see how we grew.
And the entire experiment is ruined. Basically, it's Earth's VIP lounge, and you're not on the list. What do you mean no one can go on this island? And if you try to visit, you just become the world's most hated tourist. And the worst part, this island literally didn't exist before 1960.
Let me show you a beat I made in half an hour on Logic.
Hunter set a trap in the forest, hoping to become a great hunter like his father. Suddenly, without a sound, a huge bear appeared behind him. Before the hunter could react, the bear playfully stuffed wild fruits into his mouth, greeted him with a slight smile, and then walked away. The hunter ran after it in anger. The bear repeatedly teased him, sometimes embracing him, sometimes playfully kissing his cheeks, and then quickly darting away. See?
A singer accidentally flashing millions of people ended up inspiring one of the craziest inventions ever. Back in 2004, when Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake were performing at halftime in front of like 150 million people,
Damn.
where Timberlake was supposed to pull off part of her outfit to reveal a red lace bra, but instead he accidentally exposed her chest on live TV. The situation went insanely viral. There was this 25-year-old guy who wanted to watch the whole clip online, but no matter how much he searched, he couldn't find it anywhere. That's when he realized the internet didn't have a simple place to upload or watch videos at all, and that idea eventually became YouTube. A singer accidentally...
This man was extremely short, yet everyone who saw him would praise how big he was. A thug blocked Stevie's path, laughed at how short he was, and began mocking him. Faced with humiliation, Stevie didn't back down, but the thug's insults grew harsher. In the next second, the thug was crushed flat. When people saw someone die, they didn't call the police. Instead, they praised Stevie. Even the police feared him, because they knew if someone was named Steve Small, their body would instantly explode. Steve walked into a meeting room. An employee told him the good news. The company had achieved growth for 40 consecutive quarters. Everyone applauded except one man who sighed. The others were flattering their boss, Steve. This man was angry because all he heard were lies. He told Stevie the truth. The company had actually been losing money all along. The charts were reversed. This building wasn't even the tallest on the street, let alone in the world. At that moment, two passersby commented that the building was small. In the next second, their bodies exploded. The man cursed Stevie, saying he was just a small man, and blaming him for ruining the company. Stevie realized he'd been deceived and flew into a rage. In the next second, all the office employees exploded. Only the man was left, terrified. He thought he would be next, but instead, he was seated in the CEO's chair. Steve admired his honesty. Overjoyed, the man asked his secretary to call his wife, so he could tell her he was getting a raise. But in the next second, his body exploded too. Do you know why? 5. This man was extremely short.
Theories that ruined your childhood. Krabby Patty isn't made from crab. It's made from Pearl's mother.
Did you know if a female fox dies, her mate will stay single for the rest of his life? But if a male fox dies, the female often starts looking for a new partner almost immediately. Swans have one of the lowest divorce rates in the animal kingdom. 99% of swans stay with the same partner for their entire lives. And if one partner dies, the other can sometimes pass away from heartbreak. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep so they don't drift away from each other. When a male penguin falls in love, he searches the entire beach to find the smoothest pebble to give as a gift during his proposal. Seahorses are so bonded that they hold each other's tails while swimming together. Squirrels often adopt abandoned baby squirrels whose parents have died.
Yeah!
And show affection, they wrap their trunks around each other. That's their version of a hug. And if your cat slowly blinks at you, it means she loves you. This is also known as a cat's kiss. Did you know if a female...
We are the defenders of Leiden's future.
Oh, I thought he had like a hammer.
We will fight to protect it.
You are humanity's last hope. Save your world.
We are the defenders of Leiden's future. We will protect it.
You are humanity's last hope. Save your world.
We are the defenders of Leiden's future. And we will fight to protect it.
You are humanity's last hope. Save your world.
The animal is skinned, and the hide is scraped clean. Next, tree bark is soaked in water until it turns dark. Then the hide is dropped in. The natural acids from the bark slowly bind to the skin.
Hello, sharks. Throughout the decades, we have been introduced to objects that have entertained and engaged millions. Now introducing Zipstring! Anything the user does, Zipstring follows. The string flies around 35 miles per hour, and yet is safe to the touch. Watch this trick. It's called the swirl. This one's the corkscrew. The pop string glides around smooth objects. All smooth objects. Oh, yeah! I love it! Hello, sharks.
Wait, she's gonna throw a hammer? Dude, no, the hammer and the axe are 100% gonna go through. Like, yeah, obviously a chair, but I'm just gonna pop it. But hold that. Oh, what? Okay, but at least the... Shut up! You scary piece of shit!
God damn. Bro got raced way too hard over that.
It's 100% gonna go through. Yeah, obviously a challenge. Like, none of this gonna pop it. But hold that. Oh, what? Okay, but at least the. Hey, she's gonna throw a hammer. Dude, no, the hammer, that also 100% gonna go through. Like, yeah, obviously a challenge. Like, none of this gonna pop it. But hold that. Oh, what? Okay, but at least the. What do you mean, shovels of.
In comes my invention, the Bridal Buddy. It's a sheer, lightweight slip worn under the gown that helps you back up your dress so that you can use the bathroom on your own. And as you can
I need food.
Bro, Sophie Rain's life is actually completely ruined. The most popular OF model, making $50 million a year, must be living the dream, right? Luxury cars, mansions, doing whatever she wants. Well, not really. In multiple interviews and streams, Sophie Rain has opened up about her family situation. She said that her family completely turned their backs on her and wants nothing to do with her anymore. And honestly, you can kind of understand why they're ashamed. But it's not just her family. On one IRL stream, she was asked if she's looking for a guy who makes more money than her. She replied that she's just looking for someone who doesn't even know who she is. And then shout out for this guy because he actually pulled off the cleanest riz in that situation.
I'm looking for someone who doesn't know who I am, which is hard.
Yeah.
What was your name?
What was your name again? He said, what was your name again? And immediately goes for a handshake. Bro tried so desperately right there. Dude. He did not have any hesitation with that shit.
I told him we're gonna try and beat hardcore Minecraft on half a heart. That way he wouldn't even try to punch me. Alright, just grab wood.
Wanna go in that cave?
Sure. Just don't die. Okay, I don't wanna like... Wait, can you grab me stone?
I'm gonna punch you.
I was pretty nervous that he'd find out, but we started running, and there's no way he could figure out while we're just running, right? Okay, I just grabbed a bunch of wood.
I need food.
There.
I can't spoon.
I can give you my fish that I killed. I have a boat, We should just boat here. Oh, there's a village! Yeah.
What'd you say? What? It's like...
I'm sorry, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna try and survive and create it.
Dumbass.
Oh, you got a fake ID? I didn't think you heard one. That's funny. You know, would love that joke. My butler, but he wouldn't laugh because he's a great butler. Wait, you're scanning IDs now?
We're tracking down ever since that toddler
Toddler?
Go on in.
No, I got my own guy.
Yo, can your guy make me a certification to be a heart surgeon? My mom's got a heart. I just know I could do something about it if I could just get in there.
Bro.
Oh, you gotta fix this one first.
Not according to the book. If you go by the checklist, this one's perfect.
I like how mine's a little off center. Not floppy soppy. This one's pretty.
Not according to the book. If you go by the checklist, this one.
Quest complete.
Dog, they made me do a drug test for this job interview. I ain't never done a drug test before. I'm at the medic, they're like, here, fill this up. I go to the restroom, I'm in there for like 10 minutes, they start knocking, you're almost done. Dog, I did not know you can't fill it up with pee. I thought this was like a DA. I ain't never done a drug test. And the fact is, they told me like, oh, you just need to fill that up to the top with pee. Dog, I saw the other containers because other people were doing drug tests too, all filled with pee. I look at mine, dog, this shit not pee. Dog, that made me do it.
How could you be this fucking retarded, bro? Oh my god. What would make you think that's what you need to do? Bro.
I ain't never done a drug test before. I'm at.
Oh my god.
So wait, bro, you're making me insecure. What are you on? No, you are on something. What are you on?
Oh, that's what, buddy.
Okay, show me your back right now. Take the shirt off, show me your back.
Really?
Yep. What the? There's no balcony. Okay, the ultimate test.
What?
Pull it back and show me the line.
No!
Genetics, I swear.
Nothing is better than a partner that adds value. That's
Bro, I got bad news. Same, bro. Let's say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. My girl is
I
pregnant.
got some big pregnant. Oh crap, this is bad, dude. Like really bad. Is your girlfriend brunette about 5'4" with a bit of a Snorlax build?
Yeah, bro. That's legit a perfect description. Did she also have a pit bull at her house? And was her name Leanna?
Exactly, dude. That's her.
Oh, that bitch. I'm out here working all day, trying to provide for her, and the whole time she's banging random men. Who knows how many more there are?
Actually, she went to the shower. I low-key grabbed her phone and checked her messages. There were 12 other guys, and she had us saved as numbers. I was 7.2. But there was also 5.1, 2.1, 6.7, 9.4, and a bunch of other ones.
Oh, come on. That's just disgusting. So now what? She got pregnant and sent all of us a text saying we're gonna be fathers, because she isn't sure who did it. We gotta tell the other guys.
For sure, dude. I'm gonna text her right now, saying that I have to see her. And then when the moment's right, snatch her phone and send a text to each and every guy explaining everything. You're not the father. You don't know. But Leanna is cheating on you. Whatever lies she says or manipulation tactics she uses. Just know the baby ain't yours.
Oh, hey, Mike. Pubert here. I can't believe your plan actually worked.
Hold on. You're 2.1?
No!
Let's say it at the same time. 3, 2, 1. My girl is
I
pregnant.
got some big pregnant. Oh, crap. These are best stupid human inventions. At number 5, what about the people on the other side?
If you get self-conscious while eating hot dogs in public, my new invention, the Glizzy Gripper, perfectly hides
What?
as you shove it into your mouth.
At number 4, bro just saved money and got free
Ah, boo. Frog Flynn, come on. That sucks. Hey, that's not bad.
Babe, it's over! My dad just found our text, and now he's making me break up with you. He says I can't have a boyfriend till I'm 25, and that I have to block you.
That's literally not possible. Whoa, shit, what did I do? What, did I make it with 5 on accident? Oh, see how they all left? Did they all leave when I left?
I'm getting kicked out the house.
Wait, no, don't do it. Before we break up, just give him my number and let me talk some sense into it. If after that he still thinks we can't date each other, then I'll gladly break up with you.
Well, look who we have here. The man who's been getting romantic with my daughter. Behind my back, by the way. Buddy, let's not waste each other's time here. There isn't a word you can say that'll change my mind. So leave my girl be, before things get messy here.
Sir, I don't think we should do that, because your daughter is pregnant.
She's what now? Oh, you messed up, kid. At first I was just gonna make you break up with her, but now I'm gonna kill you!
Sir, once again, I don't think that's a good idea, because if I die, who's gonna provide for the child?
Provide? What do you know about providing? As far as I see it, you're some dumb teenager who hasn't even finished school. I bet you haven't worked a day in your life.
Well, sir, that is true. I haven't worked a day in my life. But my parents have, and made millions of dollars doing so. They already know about the baby, and they said that as long as I, the father, am there to raise him, they will financially provide for us. If it's a boy, they will give him $50,000 in a tuition fund, $500,000 in a trust fund, and $5 million in an investment fund. But if it's a girl, she will get full ownership of their Malibu mansion, full access to their 3 yachts, and a 50% stake in their beauty and fashion businesses. That is, of course, after the baby is born. And if I'm still alive to see it happen.
You know what, kiddo? I think we got off on the wrong foot. How about you come over to our home, and I'll reintroduce you to your new family. But use the front door this time, not my daughter's window.
Babe, I don't know what you did, but my dad freaking loves you. He apologized, told me congratulations, and said that we can date again. How the hell did you change his mind?
Well, I wouldn't say I changed his mind. More like bought us some time. 9 months worth of time.
Babe, it's over! My dad just found our text, and now he's making me break up with you. He says I can't have a boyfriend till I'm 25, and that I have to block you. Otherwise, I'm getting kicked out the house.
Wait, no, don't do it. Before we break up, just give him my number and let me talk some sense into it. If after that he still thinks we can't date each other, then I'll gladly break up with you.
Well, look who we have here. The man who's been... No, crap.
Bruh. Can't get a fucking bunny foot for fuck's sake.
There's 3 ways to troll a Roblox player. First, if you're in any...
What's your I didn't start it, but I definitely finished it moment? My stepdad Greg had this stupid rule that I couldn't eat anything in the house without asking permission first. Not just
What?
snacks or treats, literally everything. Want an apple? Ask Greg. Need a glass of water? Better check with Greg first. He'd installed a camera in the kitchen to make sure I followed his ridiculous food monitoring system. The worst part was he'd make me wait sometimes just to mess with me. I'd ask for a sandwich and he'd go, let me think about it, while scrolling through his phone for 10 minutes. Meanwhile, his own kids could raid the fridge whenever they wanted. After 3 months of this garbage, I'd had enough. If Greg wanted to control every bite of food in his house, I'd give him exactly what he asked for. Total compliance. I started asking permissions.
This girl has the ability to freely travel through human bodies, so she often helps patients eliminate illnesses from within. She is the mini-hero entrusted with a mission of justice. One day, a woman was attacked by a robber, and in the critical moment, the mini-hero suddenly appeared. She jumped into the robber's body, making him vomit violently. But this was only the beginning of his pain. The mini-hero had already entered his brain, and after completing her mission, she quietly left without a trace, leaving the woman firmly believing it was divine intervention. Meanwhile, in a hospital, a girl was declared incurable by doctors. When the mini-hero appeared again, she sneaked into 4 bags, entered the girl through a needle, unblocked clogged blood vessels, eliminated viruses, corrected the curved spine, and finally located the tumor, expelling it completely from the girl's ear. The girl miraculously recovered, and the doctors marveled at it as a miracle of God, with no one knowing the truth as the mini-hero left silently to continue searching for those in need. Soon after, she sabotaged the robber's getaway car, and the news reported the incident, but people still credited God. Finally, the mini-hero couldn't stand it anymore. She snuck into the studio, took off the anchor's headphones, and revealed her years of good deeds to the public, wanting people to thank her instead of God, but no one believed her. This left her disheartened, so she walked into a church, wondering why her kindness wasn't recognized, and unexpectedly, she truly received a response from God. God told her that he used the mini-hero to save humanity, and the mini-hero used God to accumulate. This girl has the ability to freely...
What is the next step of the operation? What is the next step of the operation?
The internet is the biggest wealth creation engine to ever exist. Sadly,
This is way more powerful than I thought it was. So the other day, I saw this guy doing a ridiculous speed run where he got negative 64 lime wool. He achieved this by downgrading his version to 1.8 and building this very specific contraption, which ultimately got him his impossible wool. But after trying it for myself, I can do much more than that. By building the contraption the same way he did originally, we can get 0 of any item, but right-clicking or hitting with it just makes it all vanish. But by putting it in a dispenser, it actually drops, and then it drops again and again and again and again and so on infinitely. Every item dropped out of it is positive, so it's never going away. But we're not done yet. If you open up the dispenser again, you could see the glitched item is now negative 67. Yes, you can go past negative 64. Now, by using or placing this item, it lets you use it forever. Infinite building blocks, infinite food, infinite tools. This is super. So I can reach 100k before 2026. This is...
How do you know my name? What? Because I called you Kay? No, I call everybody Kay. That's kind of my thing. Hey, what up, Kay? Right, sort of Kay.
Fuck.
Sorry, X is frightfully upset about the whole pony.
Oh? No, I call ladies O. To me, O is feminine, K is masculine. You know, I see a couple. I'm like,
KO.
Okay.
Oh.
How do you know my name? What? Because I called you Kay? No, I call everybody Kay. That's kind of my thing.
When I said KO, I was not thinking about that.
Sort of Kay. My side.
Sorry, X is frightfully upset.
My parents pretended I didn't exist.
Yo, why does my door sound like the ghost from Mario?
Oh, why does this door sound like?
Yo, why does my door...
A-Tay for ruining my sister's wedding over a small comment? My sister Layla has always been the golden child. Growing up, everything she did was just stress, and everything I did was too sensitive. I learned early that keeping the peace mattered more than how I felt. Her wedding was supposed to be a fresh start. I told myself I'd smile, help where needed, and not take anything personally. That lasted about 10 minutes. From the moment I arrived, she was snapping at me about my dress, my hair, the way I was standing.
You can use this simple calculator from Rocket.
A-Tay for ruining my sister's wedding over a small comment? My sister Layla has always been the golden child. Growing up, everything she did was just stress, and everything I did was too sensitive. I learned early that keeping the peace mattered more than how I felt. Her wedding was supposed to be a fresh start.
Shut your goofy ass up.
Help where needed and not take anything personally. That lasted about 10 minutes. From the moment I arrived, she was snapping at me about my dress, my hair, the way I was standing. Each comment was brushed off as nerves, and I let it go until she started doing it in front of me. Relax, you're not the bride, she laughed when I asked a question. Don't make this about you, when I tried to help. God, you always need attention, she said, rolling her eyes at me. At the reception during dinner, she leaned over and said, smiling, try not to embarrass me tonight. You have a talent for that. That was the small comment everyone keeps referring to. Stood up and walked away. I didn't yell, didn't cry, I just left the table. Apparently that was unforgivable. Within minutes, I was being pulled aside and told I was dramatic, selfish, and ruining her big day. Someone actually said, can't you just take a joke for once? So I did something insane. I grabbed the mic and said, I'm leaving because I'm done being spoken to like this. Congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful marriage. I'm tired of being told to let things go, to forgive everything that she does to me by choice. And Layla, I said facing her, since you are so focused on letting things go, I hope you can let go of your ex after getting married and hopefully stop seeing him. That's when shit hit the fan. Everyone, and I mean everyone, started screaming at once. Half the people were screaming at me, my Bill lost his mind. His sister was holding back his mother from attacking my sister. My mom looked mortified while my dad had to physically hold my sister from unaliving me. And me, enjoying every bit of it. This was all I needed. Sadly, though, I had to leave since there were way too many people thirsty for my blood. 2 days later, I went to my parents' house. They told me I was right to tell on her for cheating because that is unacceptable. But they were upset with me for airing our dirty laundry. They told me that after I left, they asked everyone else to leave too. Wedding was canceled, of course, and my Bill and his family left shortly after. They said that my Bill told them that he knew about it and thought she would stop seeing her ex after their marriage. But since I told everyone about it, no one will ever take him seriously if he still got married to her. He told my sister to F off and never contact him. They have not heard from my sister since then. I think I went too far to get that satisfaction of watching her life fall apart. A-Tay for Ruth.
You can use this simple calculator from Rocket Mortgage to estimate how much cash you can get from your home. You don't need a HELOC to get money out of your home. Actually, homeowners are now turning to cash out refinance for the walk away to access cash. Cash out refinancing lets you pull money out of your home without getting a second mortgage.
He's so
If you're
strong!
out there, this is great because unlike a HELOC, this option comes with a fixed interest rate, so you don't have to worry about your monthly payments. Plug.
Did you guys know a woman once pretended to pet a cat just so she could throw it in a trash can? No, I'm not even.
What?
This guy's security camera catches a random woman walking by. She stops to pet his cat, and then out of nowhere, she just picks it up and throws it in the trash can. And the poor cat was trapped in there for 15 hours. The owner was heartbroken, so he posted the video online. And the internet was not happy about it. They found her in just a few hours. And her excuse was that she said she thought it would be funny. And she even said it's just a cat. And as you can imagine, that did not go over well. She was fined, forced to pay the owner $2,000, and she ended up losing her job. Did you guys know a woman?
My roommate convinced everyone I was dangerous, using my job in law enforcement against me. It started with small things. People in the apartment group chatting, going quiet whenever I replied. Neighbors giving nervous smiles. Doors closing faster when I walked by. I didn't get it. I'm a patrol officer, not some movie villain. My days are mostly paperwork, noise complaints, and calming down drunk college kids. Then my other roommate, Kayla, finally told me the truth. Mia's been saying you have anger issues, she whispered. She told everyone you snap at work and keep weapons hidden here. I almost laughed. I'm the calmest person alive. I don't even raise my voice unless someone's sprinting into traffic or trying something truly stupid. But Mia was mad I shut down her idea of letting her boyfriend live with us rent-free, so she decided to make me the villain of her little drama. I didn't confront her. I waited. A week later, our complex house has been...
Please give me a rifle.
This guy does everything backwards. He walks while moving backward. He even wears his
Yes!
out. When he speaks, he talks in reverse. He even flushes the toilet the wrong way. One day, he participated in a boxing match. He was different from normal people. Everyone else always attacks their opponents. He not only didn't hurt his opponent, but also healed his injuries. In the end, he put his opponent back on the chair. When he left the venue, a fan asked him for an autograph. He picked up a pen and started writing, only to erase his own signature in the process. Then he reversed his car and drove away. Back home, his girlfriend was very angry at his behavior. While she was eating, the guy spat out his food. At the same time, even when drinking water, the liquid seemed to multiply. His girlfriend was disgusted by everything. Seeing how pitiful the reverse guy was. His girlfriend couldn't stand it anymore. She started arguing with him angrily, thinking he didn't care about her at all. What the reverse guy said also started to come out backward. He tried to explain, but his girlfriend couldn't understand a word. His girlfriend was sad to see him like this, and the reverse guy felt helpless. The next day, he woke up to find a farewell letter from his girlfriend. He felt sad when he saw it, so he decided to chase after her, but she had driven away, leaving only a bicycle. So he pedaled backward all the way. In the end, the reverse guy caught up with his girlfriend before she boarded the plane. His girlfriend confronted him angrily, but was deeply moved when she heard that the reverse guy was trying to overcome his flaws for her. Finally, they reconciled smoothly. This guy does everything backwards. He walks while moving backward. He even wears his clothes.
Damn, girl, you aged like fine wine.
Jack Cooper from 10th grade.
Glad you still remember me.
How could I forget? You literally hit on all the teachers, including the male.
What?
Old me.
Old you? Boy, there's nothing you can say that'll erase my memory. I literally saw you ask 20 girls out to prom in one night and get rejected by all of them. So whatever it is you're doing here, stop it, because I'm not interested.
But I promise I've changed. Since the last time you saw me, I got all 3 6s. 6 foot, 6 figures, and 6 in...
That's enough. You could be 10 feet tall for all I care. I'm still not going on a date with you.
What about if I bring Chad?
Wait, what? You mean Chad Miller? Like our school's football team captain. That's now playing in the NFL? You're telling me you're still friends with him?
Damn right, girl. Some would even say best friends. So if you want, I can set up a little double date. You with me, and any one of your friends with Chad.
Oh, this is perfect. My girl Bertha has been starving for him, and Chad is her exact type. You think he'll like her?
No.
Isn't she?
One of us has breathing issues, that's for sure. But yeah, she'll do. Bro, I need a favor. Remember Lisa? The girl from school I had the biggest crush on?
Of course, dude. You never shut up about her.
Well, she and I got a date. But the only problem is, you're gonna have to come.
Oh, like a two-man? Why is that a problem, bro? You know I'm always down.
Well, this is who you're going with.
Oh, hell no! Now I'm a nice guy and have pretty low standards. But you can't keep making me take one for the team. This is like the 6th time in a row now.
Game is game, dude. Damn, girl. You aged like fine wine.
Jack Cooper from
Here's how you make my super easy.
Did you know that a gas fireball does the most damage of the entire game? When you hit a fireball back at gas, it will kill it instantly. But what you may not know is that when you do so, it actually increases the fireball's damage from 12.5 hearts of damage to 500 hearts of damage, which is enough to kill 5 Ender Dragons at the same time. Did you know that a gas fireball does the most damage of the entire game? When you hit a fireball back at gas, it will kill it instantly. But what you may not know is that when you do so, it actually increases the fireball's damage from 12.5 hearts of damage to 500 hearts of damage, which is enough to...
I asked her out before I saw her bottom half. And what happened next is a story I still tell at parties to this day. When I was 16 years old, I didn't have a credit card yet, so I had to physically go to the bank whenever I needed to withdraw money from my account. There was this really cute girl who was always working there as a teller, and she would always smile and greet me warmly whenever I came in. I started timing my visits specifically so I could go through her line, and I would always try to think of something clever to say while she processed my transaction. As she was a bank teller, I only ever saw her sitting down behind that counter, which becomes important later in this story. One day, after weeks of business with courage, I finally worked up the confidence to ask her out right there at the counter as she was counting out my cash. My heart was pounding so hard I thought she could probably hear it, but I just blurted out the question before I could chicken out. She said yes, and I almost couldn't believe it. We set up a time that weekend for me to come pick her up for our first date. She wrote down her phone number and her address on a little slip of paper, and I practically floated out of that bank and ran home, happier than I had been in months. So the weekend finally arrives after what felt like the longest week of my life, and I drove to her house in my rusty old Honda that I had borrowed from my older brother. I walked up to her front door trying to look cool and confident, and I knocked. Her dad answers the door. A split second of pure terror comes over me, because I wasn't expecting to meet her father on the first date. But then, he just gives me this incredibly heartwarming smile, and invites me into their home like I was already part of the family. I instantly feel at ease as he leads me into the living room, and we sit down on the couch together. Her dad is acting all happy and excited, saying things like how glad he is that I'm taking his daughter out, and how much he really appreciates it, and how wonderful this is. He keeps going on and on with this enthusiasm that seems almost excessive for a first date. I'm starting to get a little worried at this point, and I think to myself, uh-oh, what exactly have I gotten myself into? Then her dad reaches into his pocket and pulls out a set of car keys, and he holds them out toward me with that same big smile on his face. He says he wants me to take his car tonight instead of mine. I politely decline and tell him no thank you. It's okay because I have my own car parked right outside. But he keeps insisting, saying no, 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 you need to take my truck, practically forcing the keys into my hand while still keeping that warm smile plastered on his face. The second he places those keys in my palm, I hear a sound coming from upstairs, a loud mechanical buzzing noise echoing through the house, and that's when it hits me. She's in a wheelchair. A split second of shallow human instinct comes over me as my brain processes this new information, but then I actually think about it for a moment. I remember how awesome she was every time we talked at the bank, how great her personality was, how she always made me laugh and feel comfortable. I say to myself, I can absolutely do this because she's an amazing person, and that's what actually matters, so forget my initial reaction. She comes down in her wheelchair, and she looks even more beautiful than she did at the bank. We went outside together, and I finally realized why her dad was so insistent that I take his truck instead of my Honda. His truck was completely rigged up with special equipment to transport her wheelchair, with a lift and everything.
I'm gonna get the shit.
And we headed to the movies for our date. When we got to the theater and found
The power outage wasn't unusual. The breaker box was in the basement. One flight down, a turn.
Ooh, Halloween
That's how
Carnival.
it's always been. But after the first turn, the stairs kept going.
Those 5 farm
Same
plots,
railing,
dude, that's like 50
same wall
wood.
stains, same light switch that didn't work. I passed one flight, then another. By the third, the air was colder. By the fourth, the walls started to peel, paint rotting like it had been wet for years. On the 5th flight, my phone light flickered. The steps were damp now. The walls were crumbling. No breaker box, no basement floor, just more stairs. I should probably stop, but I swear something is calling me.
Dude, there's no way a remote control car is gonna make that kid fire. Like I'm sorry. Dude, there's no way a remote control car is gonna make that kid fire.
Hey, Dad, my friends and I will be upstairs.
Hey, son, you up for some 21? Ball.
No, Dad, I just got my Jeffrey Stone palette. It's giving toxic masculinity.
Oh, this Christmas. Hey, honey, why don't we go to the steakhouse for our anniversary?
I can't. Brian is giving me a promotion at work.
What? That's the 4th promotion this week. Congratulations. But I'm going to change one child. You choose a son or 5 daughters.
What?
Hey, son, you up for some 21? Ball.
No, Dad, I just got my Jeffrey Stone palette. It's giving toxic.
I think I messed up. Someone actually turned their pager on during a funeral. That accident birthed a tiny revolution. Back in the 1970s, pagers ruled. Back in the 1980s, pagers ruled. Story goes, a funeral mishap, or a cheeky engineer, led to a quiet idea. Make alerts you can feel.
Engineers at Motorola started experimenting with tiny motors. Other companies experimented too, so messages could be private and discreet. By the time cell phones arrived, vibrate mode was ready to roll perfect for meetings, theaters, and sneaky midnight texts. So next time your phone buzzes, remember, it's a clever bit of engineering born from real human moments. I think I messed up.
A teacher in China came up with a genius way to show test scores to her students. Instead of giving the papers back normally, she decided to make it a bit more fun. For every grade, she sticks on a special sticker that works like a scratch card. And to see if you pass, you have to scratch it like a lottery ticket. Because of that, students crowd up in groups, all excited to see their results, basically developing a gambling addiction from a young age. A teacher in China...
If you pay attention, you will notice that during the battle between Thor and Zeus in Love and Thunder, Zeus points at Thor before throwing his thunderbolt. This detail isn't explained in the movie, but a deleted scene reveals the reason behind it. In that scene, Zeus explains to Thor what the thunderbolt actually is and how it works. So when Zeus threw the thunderbolt, Thor had no chance to dodge it, but he did. If you pay attention, you will notice that during the battle between Thor and...
Hey, no, whoa, hey, easy. Oh, come on. Carl, we have a 2.0 Death Diary coming up.
Why does Jake Paul always do that weird tongue emoji?
Dad, why did you tell Mom I liked men? Because you do? What? No, I don't? Then what the hell is this? A straight man would not post that. Wait, no, Dad, that was just a trend. And I did it to make the females laugh. Of course you did, bud. Of course you did. Dad, I promise. Then what the hell did I hear you shouting last night? What are you talking about? Well, I had just finished beating up your mother's chocolate starfish. And as I walked past your room to take a shower, I heard you getting freaky yourself. I have no idea what you mean, Dad. Oh, come on, son. Stop acting stupid. Help. There's 3 black men running a train on me right now. It was fruity as hell. Oh, I know what you're talking about now. I was just playing with my friends. Pause. That explains why you said, they're all on top of me. They're so sweaty.
Bro.
He told me he was going to his niece's piano recital, but she doesn't take lessons. I didn't question it at first. He said it so casually, grabbing his keys and acting rough, like he'd be late to some big family moment. But 2 minutes after he left, something felt wrong. His niece is 4. She still calls every instrument a guitar. A piano recital at 8 at night on a Wednesday, my stomach dropped. I texted his sister just to check, keeping it light. Hope the recital goes well. Send pics, she replied instantly. What recital? She's asleep. That was all I needed. I wasn't going to cry or chase him around town. I wanted facts. I still had his location from the last time he borrowed my phone. I watched him dock across town and stop at a restaurant we planned to try together for our anniversary. I didn't go there to confront. That would give him the drama he loves. Instead, I called the restaurant and asked if they could check a reservation under his name because I left my wallet there. The hostess said, oh yes, he's here with someone. They just ordered dessert. That told me everything. When he came home later smelling like peppermint and bragging about the recital, I smiled. The next morning, I canceled our trip, pulled my share from savings, and sent him a screenshot of the location logs with one line. Guess the recital had a sweet encore. Then I blocked him everywhere. He told me he was going to his niece's piano recital, but she doesn't.
Australia just officially deleted the internet for kids. If you are under 16 years old and you live in Australia, your life just changed forever.
How the fuck are they supposed to prove that shit, though? You know? Like, how are they supposed to prove that? I'll be right back. Get a drink.
As of December 10th, the government has forced every major app, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Roblox, to kick you off. They are using government ID checks and facial recognition to verify your age. If you are 15 years and 364 days old, bam. Social media companies now face a $50 million fine if they let a single kid slip through the cracks. So right now, there are millions of Australian teenagers staring at a login failed screen. But here's the funniest part. The government didn't ban VPNs. So overnight, every 12-year-old in Sydney suddenly became a 45-year-old accountant from Sweden. We are about to see a historic spike in Australian kids pretending to be from Texas just to watch a skibbity toilet video. Subscribe. Australia just
I don't get how they're supposed to prove that though. Is the face scanner always running? Like, what if they just use their mom's phone? You know? Like, if it's that bad, they just use their mom's phone.
It's in rough shape. I like boys.
What? No way. No daughter of mine is going to be straight.
I just want to get my cheeks clapped.
Sausages over. Legal mods that make
fuck is wrong
Minecraft
with this
things easier. First, we have Shulker Box Tooltips. This mod makes it so you can see the inside of your Shulker boxes while they're in your inventory, saving you tons of time when it comes to organizing your items. Next, we have No Fog. This mod makes it so when swimming in water and lava, you can see perfectly clear. It also removes the annoying fog due to low render distance in the game. This one should be a no-brainer. And we have Skin Swapper. This mod makes it so you can easily switch between skins in the game, making it so you don't have to log out of Minecraft a million times if you change your skin a lot. Subscribe for more legal mods that make... Select.
Wakey, wakey! Wakey, wakey!
Alright, let me try something.
Level 1.
Oh, did that not work?
Level 2. Bro, is this guy f***ing serious? This is a smoke alarm. Dude, this guy's a survival instincts of a f***ing nacho!
Oh my god, you.
Alright, buddy, you gotta get up for school now.
I love you. I watch videos every day.
The person who sent you this either loves morning coffee or needs you to grab a shovel, gloves, and acid stat.
Depop makes sound. I took back the world record for most iron clankers built in 1 minute. Here's how. A few days ago, YouTuber Fingers beat my record by making a mod that makes iron golems help him spawn in more iron golems. I assumed this would be cheating, but Guinness didn't give clear rules, so nothing's off limits. And Fingers
Bruh.
even released the mod he used.
What if you just spawn them in with commands if there's no clear roles?
Get the record, so I could have been boring and just downloaded the mod and then done what he did, but slightly better. But I think that's exactly what Fingers wanted me to do. I'm sure he sabotaged the mod somehow, like changing the iron golem texture to my weakness to distract me and keep me from breaking his record. But I'm no fool, so I beat Fingers' record using a new and improved strategy. First, I created a super flat world with a layer of powder snow a few blocks up so I can build iron golems off of it, but when they spawn in, they fall through the powder snow so they won't be in my way while I build more. Then, I modified Tweakaroo to let me place blocks from up to 400 blocks away and place 400 blocks per tick. This let me build vertical iron golems from the top of the world, and I demolished Fingers' record with 10,640 iron clankers. I took back
Back in 2011, a guy casually posted a photo of himself eating a donut and captioned it, "Donut number 7. Nobody cared." The internet moved on. Years passed. 13 whole years of silence. Then in 2024, out of nowhere, a reply appeared. "So scared, man." Posted by Donut number 8. For over a decade, this donut waited in fear, knowing its turn was coming. No context. No explanation.
Just pure internet killing.
This is why you never trust unfinished stories online. Back in 2000.
With the Acorns app, you can now add a
Take 7. I just bitch me on the highway. Take 7. I just bitch me on the highway. Take 7. I just bitch me on the highway.
So it's just been sitting straight up like this? Yes. I guarantee you, you open this thing up, you will get sick if you drink it. I don't want to purchase it because it's not champagne inside anymore. I mean, it's ruined.
Watch this dealers thought this 1921 champagne bottle was worthless, only to be stunned by the expert's opinion.
Champagne has to be stored really cold. Down on the cork.
You got to think about the rarity of it. When you get down to things that there's only 1 or 2 of in existence, drinkable or not drinkable, even a wine collector might like to have this in his collection, even though he's not going to drink it, just because of the absolute rarity of it.
I can try and get a hold of someone to come down here and take a look at it. We'll see if this thing's got any value or if someone should have popped this thing open a long time ago.
Dom Perignon, the most recognizable champagne in the world. In 1921, the first Dom Perignon ever produced.
Is it any good anymore?
Well, the condition of the bottle, you've got some nicks here on the wax capsules. Chances are the wine's probably pretty dead. You've got a bottle of 21. This stuff is unavailable anywhere. It's a really cool bottle. In pristine condition, $8,200, $10,000. In this condition, $1,000 maybe.
So it's just been sitting straight up like...
Hey, run! My dad caught you sneaking out on the camera, and now he's coming after you.
Oh crap, you never told me there were cameras, like, coming after me? What is that even supposed to mean?
Well, I can't say for sure, but I did hear him grabbing his shotgun and calling up his brothers who served in the army. He then told them to start digging the hole, slammed the front door, and sped off in his truck. So if I were you, I'd stay off the main roads, or else he might see you.
Babe, what the hell? I didn't sign up for this. I was just trying to get some play, and now I got John Wick chasing after me. Can you please tell him to back off and that this was your idea? Because just last week you told me he was okay with you having a boyfriend.
Sorry, no, I'm already grounded. My curfew used to be midnight, and he pushed it to 11:30. If I tell him this is my
30 minutes earlier. You're really complaining about 30 minutes.
fault, it's definitely going down to 11 flat, and I just can't have that happening.
This is my life on the line, Haley. Look, if you don't want to talk to him, at least give him my number, so that we can maybe come to an agreement of sorts. That doesn't end up with me going to the hole.
I'm on to you, punk. Count your minutes and say your goodbyes, because it's only a matter of time before I get my hands on you.
This is Jason's mom speaking.
Huh? What do you mean, his mom? Can you pass the phone to him? Because I need him to know that he's going to pay for his actions.
That'd be impossible, because my poor boy just passed away. He had an unexpected heart attack and was pronounced dead at 6:07 a.m. by the doctors, which is rather unexpected, because he lived a very stress-free life. Would you happen to know what could have been the cause of such a tragedy?
No, ma'am. Absolutely no idea, but I'm sorry for your loss, and I'm going to leave you alone now. Don't want to get in the way of a mother mourning her child.
Thank you, sir.
That's very thoughtful of you.
Hey, run! My dad...
Every cell had a toilet.
Sure you can't hold it? You want to back up.
Come on, Barry. You're smarter than this.
Maybe I'll try that. That's a great idea. One problem. I'm not going to be able to reach the valve with these on. You're going to have to dislocate your thumb. Are you crazy? I'm not crazy. You need to dislocate your thumb. Just apply pressure to the joint.
No, I'm going to break my hand.
You're not going to break your hand because in this reality, your ligaments have been stretched and conditioned in the art of escape by Enzo. Now, man up, apply pressure to the joint, and dislocate your thumb. It worked. Just wait for it. Yeah, just now. Now what? You're going to have to phase us out of here. That's fine. But you think it's not an easy move, and if you screw this up, then you're going to come out of the phase halfway through the glass. What? Why are you laughing? I didn't realize it's so much ridiculous. Like another. Don't leave me, man. Figured it out. All right, let's go. Every cell had a toilet.
There's a trick to make your elytra unbreakable. According to the game code, elytras lose durability once every 1 second while gliding. That 1 second timer is the key. If you unequip and re-equip the elytra within that 1 second, it doesn't lose any durability at all. So by quickly right-click...
Okay, well that just seems a bit tedious and extra just when you could put mending on it.
In between a chest plate and your elytra and tapping jump to re-glide each time, you'll see that you can glide around without losing any durability. There's a trick to make your elytra unbreakable.
What's the worst feature in Minecraft of 2025? We now have everything that was in store for this year, so what's the worst one? You might think that's weird since it altered PvP too much, but
no.
The Legend Champ is great in the parkour. There are really no bad features, but I have to say the removal of using leads within an elytra contains happy gas. What's the worst feature?
These are the nicest criminals in the world. Part 2. In the United States, a man broke into a closed restaurant in the middle of the night, but instead of stealing the cash from the register, he went to the kitchen, made a complete hamburger, and washed all the dishes. Then he left without taking a single cent. A man stole a car in a gas station, but when he was fleeing, he realized there was a baby sleeping in the back seat. He went to the police station, but to everyone's surprise, when he handed over the child, he scolded the mother for leaving the baby alone. These are the nicest criminals in the world. Part 2. In the United States, a man...
1 second.
Coke once legally scammed their customers. And no, I'm not talking about the cocaine. Back in the 1940s, a bottle of Coca-Cola cost just 5 cents, and Coke was obsessed with keeping that price, no matter what. But when inflation hit and production costs went up, they came up with one of the strangest ideas in business history. Coke actually asked U.S. Treasury to make a 7.5-cent coin just for their vending machine, so they could raise prices slightly without jumping to 10 cents. When the government said no, Coke didn't give up. Instead, they installed a new system called the official blank. For every 9 drinks the machine sold, 1 bottle would be empty. So most customers still paid only 5 cents, but unlucky ones had to pay another nickel to finally get a full drink. Coke once legally scammed their...
How not?
Everyone keeps saying Roblox is cooked, but that's actually not true. Something huge is quietly happening right now. Those low-effort brain rot games games that used to dominate the front page, they're losing players fast. Games that once had millions online are now barely crossing 500,000. Servers feel emptier every day, but players didn't disappear. They just moved. Classic and well-made games are making a comeback. Murder Mystery is pulling 200,000 plus players again. Adopt Me somehow revived and is back near 200,000. Old legends like Prison Life are sitting around 20,000, and even Jailbreak is pushing 10,000. Smaller games are finally getting attention, something that hasn't happened in years. Roblox isn't falling off, it's resetting, and honestly, this might be the healthiest Roblox has been in a long time. Everyone keeps saying Roblox is cooked.
In case you missed it, I'm Muhammad.
We need you to taste test our new varieties of seasonal beers. Place those on this tray.
Also, our delivery truck drivers have to pass an annual drug test, so we'll need you to collect their urine samples. You'll need to place on this tray.
Activated.
Showtime.
Pumpkin, not bad. Ah, trucker pea.
Belt speed increasing.
Oh boy. Apple cinnamon, not bad. Pea laced with meth. Winter wheat. Lady trucker pea.
Belt speed maximum.
Trucker. Oktoberfest. Trucker.
We need you to taste test.
I'm cooked, bro. A huge fire just hit my house, and everything I owned got burnt down. Look, I hate to be doing this, but me and my family need some money to survive out here. And you're by far the richest person in my contacts. I know. It's your money, and you don't have to give it out. But something like 200 or 300 would go a long way.
I don't know, man. Even for a guy like me, 300 ain't a small ask. Could we do 50? I think I could even push it to 60 if you really need it. But that's the max. My company's been having a rough year, so I'm sorry, but 300 is just out of my budget.
Oh, dude, 60 would be huge. If we ration, that can cover food for a week easily. So thank you. Why'd you just send me $60 million?
What do you mean, dude? Because that's what you asked for?
When I said 60, I meant $60, as in 60, not 60 million. That's way too much.
Oh, my fault, bro. When I text my accountant, we never add the million. Takes too long to type, you know. So I just thought that's what you meant, because I'm so used to it.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But at the same time, congratulations. Now, just one quick question. How do I send it back to you? Because, bro, this is way too much. Even with just $1 million, I could restart my entire life and live better than I ever did. But the other 59 is just not needed.
Honestly, keep it. You've been a good friend since before I got rich, so you deserve it. Besides, my accountant is hella strict, so if he gave the green light for this, it's probably not gonna affect me.
I'm cooked, bro.
What started off as a small lie but then snowballed into, this is my life now? I was homeless at
Can you see this? Yes. Can you see this? Yes. Can you see this? No. Can you see this? Yes. Can you see this? No. Just drain that selected toothbrush. Perception filter software, and you're the only one affected. We can fix this, right? I do have one small fear, sir. Well, several small fears. Ah, in fact, more than several fears, and not that small. How on earth can you be more important than me? I can't hear him. And you're complaining? Wait, can't say something else. It appears the perception filter software is kicking in, sir, and now I'm the only... I can't hear you either now, Crichton. What do I do? How do I fix this? We must become invisible. So is Cat. I can't hear you, Crichton. You think, at some point in the future, you become invisible too? You think we don't know that? Can you see this? Yes.
It bothered us too. What happened when you decided to do the job of the police for them? My little sister Fen was groomed and assaulted by a 38-year-old man when she was 12. He left her with her.
I just had a cool thought. I've talked about how Totems of Undying kind of defeat the point of hardcore mode and just feel overpowered in general because they're so...
Yeah, but still, inventory is a limit. Well, not unless you have the mods I have, but...
easy to get and farm through raids. But what if instead of dropping from evokers, totems were only found in stronghold chests? If you don't know, there's exactly 128 strongholds in each world, meaning totems would be a very rare, limited resource that you'd have to work to get, but would feel way more meaningful to use. You still could get plenty, but it would become the most valuable resource in the game, and it would be a crazy trade value in multiplayer. I just had a cool thought.
We've helped over 1 million virgins' blood?
Nice job! Is that a tampon? Poser. Everyone knows devil worshippers free bleed.
Tears of an innocence. Jack, my mom thinks your hat is stupid. I heard her say it. Slaughter a red fox. I can't do that.
I gotta pack up and move to another forest. Haven't you heard you're supposed to stick by your father in sickness and in health? That's for married couples. Marry me, son. What? Uh-oh. I think I'm having a heart attack. The dummy of my loins is abandoning his father.
I didn't slaughter it, but I am stepping on its tail. This has got to be good enough. Virgin's blood? Right?
Experiment gone wrong. A group of scientists removed the left side of a guy's brain and told him to count from 1 to 10. He goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
If you live in the USA, stop scrolling. Me and my friends Jay Benz and Gondark are going to be going on our first ever headline. Remember when PewDiePie backstepped Jack Black in Minecraft?
How come I'm unable to climb this ladder?
You gotta jump before you do it.
Oh, got it. Oh, yeah, there we go.
All the way to the top. Okay, careful. Okay, careful up here. Careful up here.
To the top.
Okay, Jack. If you look down, don't be scared.
Yeah?
You're fine. Jablinski, there's something I haven't told you.
What?
So my fiance's very first crush was you when she was 14.
Way.
And I
when
think
she was what?
When she was 14. And
oh my God.
I think that means I have to kill you in Minecraft.
No! Remember when PewDiePie backstepped Jack?
No!
Hey, bro, remember that baddie you slept with last week? I was wondering if you happened to catch how old she was.
Oh, yeah, bro. She was actually 50. I know. That sounds bad. But I promise, if you saw her in person, you'd completely understand.
That's crazy, because my mom is 50. And do you remember any other distinctive details about her? Like the color of her hair?
Well, of course. It was bright blonde. Like, really bright. As if she just bleached it. Kind of tripped me out.
All right, Dimensions. Who wants some updates? I'll definitely take some. Wait, me first. I need this pen. I was in line first. Boys, settle down. We have enough updates to give out to everyone. All right? Overworld. What would you like?
I'll take some seasonal biomes, maybe some more new structures that spawn in the overworld that are big and cool. But I'll also take some more mobs that nobody asked for.
Consider it done. Nether, what do you want? Thinking we could revamp the Nether Fortress? It looked a little outdated and it could definitely look a bit cooler. The best I can do is another biome and maybe some more fog. Okay, at least I'm getting something, right? All right, guys, I'll see you next time. What's going on here? Ah, crap, I knew I forgot someone. All right, Dimensions.
Have you ever wondered why Lightning McQueen always pushes himself past the limit?
No.
The real reason will shock you. Every race, every training session, every setback. He pushes harder than anyone else, even when he's exhausted, injured, or clearly not ready. The movies frame it as determination, confidence, that classic McQueen drive to stay on top. But once you look at when he pushes himself and what those moments have in common, you start to see something much heavier underneath. McQueen doesn't slow down when he's overwhelmed. He speeds up. He doesn't rest when he's struggling. He hides it. He acts like stopping for even a second would prove something he never wants anyone to see. Like effort itself is the only thing keeping him from falling behind. He's not racing the other cars. He's racing a feeling he can't outrun. McQueen doesn't push himself past the limit because he wants to be the...
Let's get out of here before Stewie gets back. Yeah, we'll have a round of beers for the table.
I am the wind maker.
You son of a bitch. Hey, listen, I was skeptical about traveling to Mexico. Phoebe?
Yeah?
I was wondering if you'd do me the honor of
The only thing that'll snap.
Wait, am I the first to see this video? Feels illegal to be this. He admitted it. You're coming with me. Hey man, what are you in for?
Bribery, extortion. What about you?
I was the first person to see a video that was uploaded online.
Whoa, I don't want to mess with you.
All right, kid, your lawyer is here. All right, so they're going to be tough on you in there. Let's go over what you did. Okay, basically, I was the first person to see a new video. No, you were one of the first. Remember that. All right, settle down. Order. This is the United States versus the first person to watch a YouTube video. No, one of the first. Thank you. Your case? Your Honor, being the first to watch a YouTube video does not equate to criminal intent. Your Honor, please scratch that from or strike that from the record. He's just reading off of ChatGPT. No, strike that from the record, but add this. Watching a video cannot serve as the basis. Omit that. He's cheating. Strike that. He's lying. Add this. I hate him. Delete him from the room. Wait, am I the... Huh? Am I the first to see this video? Feels illegal to be this early. Video cannot serve as the basis. Omit that. He's cheating. Strike that. He's lying. Add this. I hate. Delete. And from the room.
Why do I have to wear this?
Put your hands here.
Did you know there's a strange figure in Japan that people sometimes see on hot summer days? It's called the kuna kuna, which translates to waving. One afternoon, a boy was visiting his grandparents in the countryside. While playing near the rice fields, he noticed something strange in the distance. A tall, white figure swaying gently, as though caught in the wind. But the air was completely still. At first, he thought it was just a scarecrow, but it moved too smoothly, too unnaturally. Curious, he pointed it out to his older brother, who grabbed a pair of binoculars and took a closer look. When he did, his expression changed. He went silent, and by the time they returned to the house, he was laughing to himself, muttering words that made no sense. Their grandfather, hearing the story, froze. He warned them never to look directly at the kuna kuna. Watching from a distance is safe, but trying to understand what it is, that's what breaks something inside of you. A few days later, the older boy who had first seen it vanished. He was never found again. Did you know there's a strange figure in Japan?
Oh, I gotta lie down. You guys can get up now. It's definitely over. You were right. Someone is trying to kill us. Let's get out of here. Get in the car. Let's go.
I think we're safe. Quick thinking back there, Roger. Roger? Roger might be trying to kill us. And we have no brakes. Bang Quang maximum security prison. No man's ever gotten out alive.
An inmate has escaped from the Bang Kwang prison in Thailand. The prisoner killed 24 guards, then built a boat out of their corpses to get away.
You guys watching the news?
How did you know?
Because I'm right behind you. Just kidding. I'm at the Indianapolis airport on a layover. Coming to kill ya. Oh, I gotta lie down.
Excuse me. Why are you putting a lock on our gas line?
You were renovating the backyard, you hit a line, and now you need the gas shut.
That never happened.
Who called this in exactly?
The homeowner, Carmen Bolivar Martinez.
CBM.
You got to admit, that's the best name yet.
Punch your voice so hard right now. Listen, there has been a misunderstanding. I live here, and we don't need the gas shut off.
But the work order says.
I know what it says, but it's wrong.
But the work order.
It's wrong.
But
Don't say it.
the
Stop.
work order.
I want to talk to your supervisor.
He's away. But you can call first thing Monday morning.
Sir, we can't wait that long. My mom and I run a home business, and we need the gas turned on or we'll lose a big client.
But the work order.
Where are your offices? Because I'm going to burn them to...
This is DJ Gray coming at you to calm you down with a kiss.
Today's day 5 of measuring the height of the characters you guys comment down. And today should be easy. Like last time. Whoever commented this down is more evil than Satan himself. Anyways, let's get into it. As we always do, we use R6 rigs to measure the characters. A R6 rig is 56 inches tall, so our equation is x times 56. I then proceeded to stack, then individually count each R6 rig. And the R6 rig count is 333 now that we have that number. 333 cal 5.6 equals 18,648 inches, which is 1,554 feet. This took me 2 hours to calculate, so can I at least get a like? Today's day 5 of...
Something bad about to happen to me.
This rich man drove out of his yard and saw a young boy mowing his front lawn. Surprised, he asked his driver, "Did you hire a little boy to do a man's job? Are you trying to cut costs or what?" "I have no idea who he is, sir," the driver replied. Being in a hurry, the man shrugged it off and left. When he returned, he was impressed by the neatly trimmed lawn, but the boy was gone. 2 weeks later, on his way out, he saw the same boy mowing again. This time, he stepped out of his car. "Hello, kid. How much for your service?" "You don't have to pay me, sir. I just want you to be my mentor." The man laughed, shaking his head, then left in a hurry again. Later that day, the boy came home and froze. The rich man was waiting outside his house. "You're talented, boy. Why do you want my mentorship?" "Sir, I want to be rich like you so I can buy my mom a better house," the boy boldly replied. The man smiled, impressed. "Graduate high school and come find me. I'll personally mentor you. Success comes to those who chase it, not those who wait for it." Comment yes if you want success. This rich man...
Did you just teleport me straight to Bedrock? Why would you take me straight here looking straight to Bedrock? I'll give you something. I'll give you something. Okay. Okay. Yo, here. Here.
Donut. I scammed you.
Oh my god, bro.
It was fake. Come here, Donut. I have a gift for you. And my bum, boop on it. Down here.
No way. Did you just teleport me straight to...
Automate dev maintenance with Azure.
You pick the chore you'd like to do and how much money you're willing to do the chore for. Low bidder gets a chore. Got it? First up is taking out the trash.
$10.
Do I have 9? 9.
I'll do for $8.
$8. Do I have 7? No more bidders? Sold to Nick for $8. Next up is cleaning the kitchen.
$10. 9.
$9.
$8.
7.
Nick with the clean sweep so far. Watering the plant.
$10.
You don't have to bid on everything. You've already got a lot of chores.
It's not fair to you. Nick doesn't know that Mom always puts the harder chores first. So if we work together, we can make sure that Nick gets all the bad chores. Then, when she has a full load and stops bidding, we swoop in, grab all the easy stuff, and still get the same allowance.
7. Do I hear 6? Watering the plant?
$1.
Hey, old move. Sold to Nick for $1.
I think Nick understands how this works.
No, it's just that in foster care, I had to do all this stuff for free. How about we take a few off your hands?
Responsibility.
How about you take out the trash for $5?
But you're getting 8.
That's my finder's fee.
Play us.
I've never heard of a chore market, but I have played Monopoly before.
You pick the chore you'd like to.
Who is your real-life superhero? When a man took my innocence from me by force, my father searched far and wide for the guy. He found a list of every offender in the area and asked me to point him.
Bro, when is this update releasing? We still got another hour, dude. But it says the update's at 12. It's already 2 a.m. Well, yeah, that's 12 a.m. for Pacific time, but we're on the East Coast, so it's going to be 3 a.m. for us to update.
Wait, hold up. So why don't we just change our servers to the West Coast so that we'll have the update?
What?
Well, now that I think about it. What?
What are you saying?
Well, we can have the update right now if we just change our servers.
So you think that since it's 2 a.m. for us, that the West Coast already has to update because it's past 12 a.m.? You think they're ahead of time?
Well, yeah, they should have the update now.
Are you dumb? It's just time zone. It's just a label. You can't get the gears going.
Hold on a minute.
Where are you?
You know what I don't understand is why people don't wear hoodies in the heat. Like, it protects you from the sun. What? And you won't get hot.
No.
That is not how it works.
Please. Bro, when is this update released?
What the hell's going on? This guy's in love. Is she worth it? She's a once-in-a-lifetime girl. I'll give you an escort.
No charge. Final boarding call for Ashley's flight to stuffy New England College. Final boarding.
Whoa, Tal! What's the hurry? The love of my life, that's what. We got a cold Romeo. Repeat, cold Romeo. If you get there on time, there's an extra 50 in it for you. I love this job. I get no time. Ashley, wait! I wouldn't miss this for all the rush hour fares in Big Town.
Chris, you came! Oh my god! Let me get my grandma. Chris?
Ashley, I love you. What the hell's going on?
I ignored everyone trying to stop me and dove straight into the ocean. The commander ordered them to pull me out, but I swam too fast. No one could catch me. This was a naval base in America, where racism ran deep. On a scorching summer day, Everyone wanted to get in the water, but the rule said black men could only swim on Tuesday. I wanted to break that rule.
Carl, what the hell are you doing? Break it, I'm gonna take a swim. Nigga, you crazy. Tuesday the colors who call this boat.
So no matter who tried to stop me, I jumped into the sea anyway. My name was Carl. My family had been...
Activate self-destruct sequence code 1A2B.
What are you gonna do, Sheldon? Blow up the apartment?
That was my first thought, but all my cool stuff is here.
So what happens when it counts down?
Unless Leonard signs the new agreement in the next 41 seconds, this computer will send an email to your parents in India saying that you're in a secret relationship with the whiter than marshmallow fluff Leonard Hofstadter.
Find out about me eventually, right?
Yeah, of course not today.
20 seconds.
Are you ashamed of me?
Of course not.
Then why can't we tell your parents?
Please, don't push this.
He does that all the time, doesn't he?
You win, turn it off.
No, he's bluffing. I never bluff. 10.
It's blackmail.
9.
You give up.
8.
Give it what it wants, or we're done.
3.
Really?
2.
Okay, I'm trying it.
You may have gone to Cambridge, but I'm an honorary graduate of Starting Academy. Activate self-destruct sequence.
Alright, I'm going.
1A2.